How are you doing today? I'm sure you're doing very well. My name remains Festus Oluwasegunfunmi. Okay, now, seriously, I need to have your attention here. I'm sure you've heard many people talk about favor like something that you just seated somewhere and then it jumps over you and then you have it like, wow, I got favored. I got the job. I got this. I've got the car. I've got the connection. I've got whatever it is that you just desire to get. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, that's not how favor works. That's not how it works at all. Everybody in the scriptures that was ever favored had a part to play. Of course, I'm sure you think of other cases where things like that never happened. You wouldn't be right. Favor comes to the life of people in several ways. Perhaps I'll mention a few of them. Number one, favor comes directly from God without condition. You ask me an example and I think of a few persons like Mary. She was a virgin, yes. And then the angel had just appeared to her and said, "Thou art favored, highly favored amongst women." But excuse me, she wasn't the only virgin in that town. But of course she was a virgin. She didn't do anything. She had not done or said anything. Okay, maybe you don't understand that. What did Samson do to receive the strength he had? It was a favor of God. Nothing. He did nothing, absolutely nothing. And then you want to think about the story of Esau and Jacob. For God's sake, these folks weren't born yet. And God already said, "This I love and that I hate." Now, sometimes favor works like that. Number two, favor works by association. You know what Laban said? Laban said to Jacob, he said, "Jacob, please stay with me, for I have discovered that I am being blessed by God because of you." Favor often comes by association. Just because you're associated to somebody, to a certain organization, to a certain people, and then you begin to get favor. He said, "I have discovered that because of you, I have been blessed." Favor can also come by association in so many ways. You can look at Genesis chapter 30 verse 27 to get out the point from that. Now, something also very important, favor comes by effort. I'm sure that doesn't all go well with a lot of us that thinks favor jumps on people. But everybody that has received favor, and particularly listen to these examples. One night, King could not sleep. I'm sure most of us had prayed prayers like, God, don't make my helper able to sleep. Take away sleep from my helper. That's amazing. It's an amazing prayer. But excuse me, when Mordecai was praying that prayer, perhaps if he prayed such prayer, and the king suddenly could not sleep, the king asked, "I'm about to bless somebody. I'm about to do something amazing for someone. I want to favor somebody." And he said, "Bring me the book of remembrance." There's a book of remembrance. The efforts you've put into things will actually determine how well you're favored in life. It doesn't matter what you think about it. Joseph did something. Yeah, he did. Daniel did something. Esther did something. Mordecai did something. But you're right there doing nothing and you expect something to come. Quickly, let me round up this session by talking about the experience that David had. David was going to the palace. But how did that happen? In 1 Samuel chapter 16, from verse 16 down to 23, there was a spirit of the devil that was upon King Saul. And then there was a time when they needed to do a hunt, to look for someone who could do the needful for King Saul to be well. Favor was hunting for people. Favor was looking for who to favor. But of course, someone just said, "I have seen a son of Jesse. I have seen a son of Jesse who is skillful in this area, who has the ability in this area." And of course, he was called from the bush and then he was nailed in the palace. The skills he had brought him from where he was to where he needed to be. Favor doesn't jump on people. Finally, I'd like to talk about manners. Favor gives you things you want based on how well prepared you are, how well dressed you are. People think of dressing ourselves, something just casual. You know what Joseph did? When Joseph was going to the palace to interpret the dream in the palace, he took permission. He dropped everything. Like, I'm sorry guys, I know the king needs me in the palace and this is very urgent, but I cannot appear like this in the palace dressed like a prisoner. And what he did, he said, "Please give me new robe. I need to shave. I need to look good." And he brought favor to him. And then he didn't just go there. And do you remember that Potiphar gave him everything he needed? Everything. Now I've said a lot of stuff. I'm sure I might have touched you one way or the other. But most importantly, I like this to sink into you so much. Favor is not luck. Favor doesn't jump on people. You need to do something to be favored. Grace would give it to you, but work is also very expedient. I like to say this as a roundup. I love you so much. I'm interested in your success as much as I am of mine. I mean Festus Oluwasegunfunmi. Believe me, we'll see more of you soon. Thank you.